It came to nobody's surprise that the past couple of weeks, a bunch of channels have begun popping off on YouTube just from mimicking other larger channels. Good handful of these are Markiplier, The Living Tombstone, and worst of all, Drama Alert. I think nobody has expected this to even be such a big hit, especially like an idea of copying someone else's style. I do also want to point out the obvious before I go ahead and continue from this point. These channels aren't doing it for the love of the views. These generally seem like they like what they're doing and sometimes get out of character to appreciate the love. Sign up, because if you take a perspective of them, from what I personally think, they grew up watching their favorite creator and never expected to be such a big shot on the platform from a weird idea like this. But who knows, maybe some of those people figure out it's a golden mod to get some clicks and maybe get a quick name of yourself. From what I'm seeing, these people are generally taking these roles seriously. It's such a cheat code that you can't believe it worked really well. But in case you still don't know what LARPing is, for all those viewers out there, stands for live action roleplay. It used to meant for anyone who was trying to roleplay as a fictional character in a fictional scenario. Like for example, this girl wants to roleplay as a princess and this boy wants to roleplay as a Viking. You know, just in a roleplay scenario like that. You know, I didn't know what roleplay was until Roblox showed me Boys and Girls Nightclub. Just a small useless fun fact about me. But that was basically what LARPing used to be. Now it just stands for anyone who doesn't know anything about what they're talking about. I know if you've seen this Kai Cenat clips where he doesn't know what he's talking about. Hold on. I can't even go without mentioning Logan Paul's shenanigans of his daily dose of saying some regular stuff or dumb shit.
What is the name of Luffy's brother with fire powers? Fire breathing.
Whenever these channels start to appear, I thought it was gonna be some 1 week period where everyone starts doing it for a while. Just like how TikTok makes a new meme every month and has a good lifetime of a week or two, then the meme dies on a slow, painful death. Like, do you remember a couple years ago where everyone started talking about that hantavirus? It became such a global warning that everyone made jokes about it being the next global lockdown, just like how COVID was. Yeah, I don't even think that shit even lasted at least like, what, 2 to 3 weeks before everyone figured out it wasn't even a big deal anymore. Back then, legit, everyone talked about it, including me. Forgot that wasn't even a real thing in the first place. I think using hantavirus was a bad example, pretty bad idea to use as an example, because that's a dangerous virus that killed a good handful of people on the cruise, so my apologies. The one I'm using for an example to compare something is a random slang that became popular like, what, between February and March, that LARP became mainstream where everybody started to use it. Like, nobody expected this to be in the same level as Chud or Luxmax. But now the word LARP starts to become a big slang since everyone began to use it as a comeback whenever they figured out an imposter existed and their hyperifications they like. However, just like what I said previously, this LARPification spread like it was a damn virus. You got the OG big 3 game LARP, you got Moist Critical being LARP, you even got Drama Alert becoming LARP, and somehow they made Keemstar seem bearable to watch while completely sounding like a slanker whore. This is like seeing the Ultimate Smash creator reveals, except instead of seeing beloved characters, you have 2010s YouTubers coming back to the dead. Like, nobody wanted to see Leafy is here back, but somehow someone decided to take that task and become that Leafy has never left. He does it so perfectly. Hell, I would even say he's probably better than the original, if I'm gonna be real with you. This really showcases how dog shit the original Leafy was like. It's like Leafy wasn't here. Yeah, that was on me. I'ma just head this one out. What's up, man? I'll be his replacement for today's video, and I promise that I won't be making any of those jokes ever. But seriously, you can't comprehend complete madness of these channels that come out of nowhere. Last month, it felt like there's another brand new channel LARPing another almost every single day. Oh shit. But I can't continue furthermore without mentioning the one that started the whole entire thing, and that will be Larpers. This man must be feeling like the exact Oppenheimer with how much of an impact he created. He got so big that even the OG Markiplier started noticing the guy. The prodigy of the true LARPer, making the most weirdest history that even God doesn't even have to answer towards it. And what did he even do to make such an impact? Well, it's pretty simple. If you just look at his videos, it's basically just whatever Markiplier posted in the past decade, except just mimicking the feel of him, but have a bit of a difference that makes them stand out. Like, I'm not the only one thinking of that, right? Like, if I was ever in a gunpoint situation where I had to figure out who the phony person is, I may generally shoot the wrong guy by accident. I mean, just look at these guys, man. In all seriousness, you got people bringing back their childhood comeback from role-playing their Minecraft YouTubers. I have never seen such an identical bit-by-bit recreation of a channel perfectly built that sounds the exact same and have the exact same vibe they previously bring. And that would be popular MMOs. In case you don't know what happened to him the past years, here's a quick summary of it. Guy played Minecraft for a living. He's famous. His partner, aka coworker, left due to personal issues. He had a downfall because of it. But for the Larper version, he perfectly imitates the vibe that was there before. And to be honest, they probably got like a perfect chemistry to even roleplay as them. It's actually kind of crazy to really think about it. But hey, that's not what matters right now. What matters is these people are bringing the spirits high and mighty and got better doing so. That's a big fat win if I'm gonna be real with you. Better on whatever stage of the popular MMOs channel is at. But another channel that began blowing up and got so popular that their original creator even spotted how crazily talented they are. That would be called the LARPing Tombstone. Now, this is the only LARP channel that, if I think it's not even a competition at this point, that is completely perfect of what they do. The channel completely mimics everything on what makes the Living Tombstone special. If you compare themselves and point out both of their styles, you can realize how identical they are. Not to even mention, this channel is a one-person job that is personally composed, sang, drew, and a VFX artist editor made by his own two hands, or my bad, made by their own two hands. This guy is so talented and using his blessing for good use. I never wanted to hear a remix of Sneakers 02, but I'm so glad I did because I wouldn't expect it to be so well made. The only LARPer that deserves all the praise, and as of right now, the only popular channel to be in this type of genre. But there is something that is needed to be analyzed further. Before I continue on, if I repeat any of the following words that come out of my mouth that you probably heard from some other content creator, I never seen their videos, so that technically means I never knew what they said and never plagiarized anyone ever. You got that on speaker and clip? Okay, so let's begin. We were at a period where people have begun missing the 2010s. It has been a decade since what people have called it the golden age of YouTube. This is whatever content creation started to find its place, become a brand new way to gain a platform to post almost absolutely anything. And the biggest hitters of the time were in their prime of what they were posting. Every single YouTube legend began their biggest prime ever. All the things you can think of whenever they started. Deals, movies, dramas, shows, basically the kickoff of YouTube being mainstream. The golden age of content was made from every single corner of the website that was being posted. And since it's been legit 10 years since that golden age has ever happened, people who did grow up from that year, I did made a previous video of explaining this further, so in case you want to see that, it will be shown at the end of the video. But people who were little youngins that missed that golden age realize that you can be those YouTubers that grew up and post content from that. Those people who watch those YouTubers have the idea of wanting to become their idol, of their dream, or becoming a YouTuber. Even if that means they gotta be someone who is very hated from the platform that they are in effect become who they wanted to be, the YouTuber they grew up from whenever they were a little kid or whatever state they were at during life, that they want to relieve what brought them magic back in making people who previously were in that era. They can finally reenact what made staying in that platform special. Whatever YouTube was trying to do on making something more different than it was. Or guess what if I was all wrong and the whole entire time they just want to be someone they like and want a LARP president? Who knows? I ain't them. I just thought these guys are very passionate on what they do. But yeah, that's all I want to talk about today. See you later.